nobody quite as smooth as us. See, I done worked and I done bled, cause I done hustled way too hard. And I get further every step, if sky's the limit, shoot for stars, huh? Some didn't think we'd get here. I told them just watch. I push the light to get that dough, but I don't break cause I've been broke. If ain't no pain, it ain't no growth. To keep it 100, I came into running and bet if I had to, I'd do it again. It ain't no race if I don't win. I push that weight to get that dough, but I don't break cause I've been broke. If ain't no pain, it ain't no growth. To keep it 100, I came into running and bet if I had to, I'd do it again. It ain't no race if I don't win. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? What's up? We're back with another episode, guys. Another show with some awesome racers. Yeah, we had Crybaby's race. We had another race. Travis Cherry threw on a great race. Junior Ramirez was the winner of that. I wish I could have him on tonight, but he can't make it on tonight. So I have some awesome guests on tonight, guys. Before we get started with our guests, let's talk about SoFlo. They have released a flyer, the dates. It is going to be January 29th, through February 1st. Okay. These are your Outlaw, Dry Tire O, Pro Stock payouts. Go ahead and screenshot that. Yeah. So if you're going, I'll see you there. I'll be there for sure at that race. I have nothing in January but that. So I'm excited to go to SoFlo, and y'all should come hang out with me too. But without further ado, I'm going to bring on some awesome racers. We got Shaw, we got Super, we got Jesse, and we got Bryan Henry. What's up, guys?
What's happening?
What's up? How y'all doing today?
Hanging out. Good. How are you doing?
I'm great. You still feeling that kind of high?
What up?
Bryan?
It's different just because the way the race went with the track conditions. You know, it's not like I made knockout pass after pass after pass. It just basically got down to who fouled last. Yeah, racing on cold prep was different. Really different.
How cold is it out there?
You know, I never really did the track temperatures, but I'm from Ohio. It gets cold here, and I had on 2 hoodies. So
I don't think I've ever seen you at a race.
It was cold. I remember at one point getting like 43 degrees on the track temp.
Yeah. It wasn't it didn't even get hot enough to activate the prep until the sun came out. And so by the time the sun came out, everybody already had a tune for the colder prep. And then that changed. And then when the sun went down, the track got really cold. I'll say that the cold from the morning to the night was different type of cold. It was just the track.
Was it like, did you have like humidity there and stuff like that? Is that
no, there wasn't no dampness on the car bodies or nothing late in the rounds. So it just, the prep wasn't hot enough to activate and stay sticky all the way down the track.
But they did start the check, right? Because I know
they did a great job. You know, Piggy and the crew, JB, all them guys. You know, they absolutely give you the best possible surface you can race on there at the RCDRL. Hands down, no question. Well, it's just the temperature.
I know, I understand that. Well, I know you had an amazing weekend. Let's talk to Shaw. How was your weekend?
It started out rough. I got there Saturday. I didn't test on Friday. And we would test before. My first run was when we qualified. So I didn't even do no testing. And so when the first qualifying run down there and hit the wall and wrecked the car. So yeah, it started out pretty bad. So JP got me some parts. I got the car back together, And after that, it was okay. It was just the weather was cold. So and then when later on the day when the track got colder, it got tricky. So we was just trying to slow it down, slow the car down, and it ran pretty good until we got to the last couple rounds. Was really that's when you can really it was cold, wanting to give up. The
Yeah.
weather was just
I can say y'all are better than me because one thing about me is like me and cold does not mix well. Like
nah.
shaking is something you're never supposed to do while holding that remote, and I'm a cold person at nature. I just can't do that.
And I'm
But
in this wheelchair, so I got some spasms. It was cold.
man,
So
a trick though, guys, get some hot pockets. You know, like the hot hands. Put them all in your stuff.
You know, I went to Walmart, but I didn't think about it. I wasn't sure if they sold them in Texas.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
uh,
Daddy said it looked like it was windy on live. Did the wind affect the cars at all?
Maybe in the shutdown when you got past the big garage door building, but
That's what I kept saying. That's what I kept saying. Like the shutdown, it more looked like everybody was kind of drifting and kind of losing control and shut down more so than on the track. Yeah. That's what I was watching. I can say that it was at some points it was like I was a little confused on like what was happening because the cameras were like it would glitch. I'm like, crap, who won? And then I tried to go to that website and follow along, and maybe I'm just not tech savvy. But Jesse, how was your weekend? How to start off?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. I couldn't hear you. I had to exit and come back.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. You know, when Bryan called me, he was like, we got some unfinished business down here in Texas, and we got to get this figured out. So book your flight, and that's exactly what we did. We went down there. We had a plan. It was tough. Qualifying didn't go very good. I think I was 13 and 16. I can't remember the numbers exactly. But we knew we had to turn the car up. So going into round one, which was my fastest pass of the weekend at 138 at 102.
That was amazing.
It was awesome. At that point, I knew we had a hot rod and we were on to something. So Anthony and I came together. We need to figure out what we were going to do, and we decided just to leave the car alone.
Understandable. It just ran 138. I mean, for as cold as it was, I feel like that was a blistering pass.
Yes, it was very blistering pass. I was at the starting line.
He had you shook just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out how I won this race because I did not have the car. I mean, I didn't have the car I had at reshuffle.
What was your fastest pass?
147.
Wow, but you know why though? Sometimes the fastest car at the track doesn't win.
Not always.
Not always.
But it helps you go rounds.
It does help you go rounds.
I had a lot of luck.
Yes. Now, so I have a question. So did JFab, I didn't hear this in the race. I know y'all did qualifiers. So was that like one race is the last and then two races?
Yeah, just like the NHRA.
That's what I thought. Do y'all like that way?
Yes.
It's okay. Yeah.
I think we should mix it up and throw it in the mix. I don't think it should be every race. I think it should mix it up.
I think it's really cool to have a race like that, especially like it's like perfect for Jason from like that, you know. That's the way he likes to do it, and I kind of like that a lot.
Yeah.
I do. You don't ever see it often. I like to get people's opinions on it. Shaw, did you like the qualifying more than like randomized on RC drag races? Right?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's different.
Yeah, I liked it. Mm-hmm. I would that would not stop me from going to another race.
No.
No, I'm not gonna say it's gonna stop you because a road racer will race anybody because it is still random. You don't know who has the slowest or who has the fastest until you know. Supa, is that something you would consider doing? Is like qualifying?
I do. I wish at Supernats they do it like that. So I don't mind it. I mean, you just work your way, and it makes you better because you want to try and be a fast qualifier.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know,
I wish we could just figure out a way to where there wasn't so many buys, because you don't see that in the NHRA bracket.
right.
What do you mean so many buys?
There was just a lot of buy rounds, for whatever reason.
So was it like
I didn't dive into the webpage and look at the bracket. I just
I couldn't
raced,
see the bracket. I couldn't
I
see the
just
bracket.
raced when my name was called.
I
Mhm.
literally could not see the bracket. I went to that page like 8 times and like went through every single tab. I could not find the bracket. I was like, maybe I'm just, not finding it.
It was different.
Bracket was at the very bottom.
That's what I looked.
It's still posted.
I'll go look later. But that's funny. So like I actually have a question. What prep were you running this weekend, Bryan?
Me?
Mhm.
Unicorn piss.
Okay. Were you mixing it with anything, or are you doing top coat, bottom coat?
I'll just tell you, 6 coats of unicorn piss and a coat of orange crush on top. 220 at the table. Let it flash off, and then walk up to the line or to the table at the starting line. Reheat the 220 and send it.
So I do have a question. So for my way, I don't run Orange Crush or Unicorn Piss, so I've never run it, so I don't know how it kind of works. But usually on a prep track, sometimes it works if you use like less prep. On a prep track, is that not the case for this weekend?
Not with the cold on this case.
Yeah. Not
Okay.
really.
Because of the weather.
Yeah, the reshuffle race, I was on probably 2 light coats of piss, and that was it.
Okay.
You want when the prep track's good and temperature's up, you want to get the prep off your tires as quick as you can and run in the prep that's on the track, so you're not dragging yourself down.
Right.
So
that was just something that, like, when you said 6 coats, I'm like, wow. I normally would just like run 3, but I forgot about the temperature.
Yeah, it was definitely temperature based. Plus, you know how we do at Rockwell. We like to use our prep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I use 3 all day.
3 all day? What prep are you using?
Get paid.
Get paid. Awesome. That's what I usually run as well, and I use 3 coats of that on prep tracks.
Yeah.
Do you feel like when you came back, were your tires clean off the prep trip, or did you still have prep on them?
I had prep on the sides, not really much in the center.
Yeah, it was just different races. Yeah, different rounds, but yeah, for the most part. But yeah, I did 3 all day at 200. So what me and Frank did.
Awesome. So when you were with Frank, Jesse, what prep did you run?
So I'm on the unicorn as well, and then it wasn't working. It was getting loose, and Brian's like, "You got to try this top coat." So I dialed it back. I was doing 5 to 7 daubers per tire, and the orange crush on top, just a mohawk. I heated to 200 at the table. I kept it warm. I heated to 220, 230 at the line.
Now, Supa, I know where y'all were racing at was really cold too. It was about 40 degrees there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean the highest of that was 57.
57.
Yeah, so I was paid, but at the end when I raced junior, I had to actually use some beverage punch as a base just to keep it on the tire, and then I put 2 hooks of jet paid because I was running 5 hooks.
Yeah, see I see that's a trend. There's a question right here. My dad asks, so what did you learn about racing on cold prep? Something I just learned about racing on cold prep. You probably need more prep. More likely.
Not necessarily. You need a lot of prep, but you need to find that happy medium of that and the hooks and how much heat. Because I was doing 200. I know other people were doing less, and they were doing up the same. So I'm like, but
200 to 20.
my norm is 200.
Yeah.
But I did lower it to run 80, and that hurt too. So I don't have that. My weather here is her, but not like how they had in California. So it was just a little bit different. So I had to be trying on that. But I struggled. I mean, I see myself here at run 6.6.
Wow.
And when I lost to Junior, I ran run for 5. You know?
So you did turn it up. You did do really good race junior.
Yeah, I was slowly
Creeping up.
The surface wasn't as shitty as it should be. You know, so we had to make views and we had to heat up the surface. Like in between rounds, we were using the shorts and spraying PJ, and so they did the best as they could with the circumstances at that time. So overall, it was good. I mean, Junior went around 3.6
Yeah.
at the end, so obviously Junior finished up fast.
Yeah.
Oh.
He finished up fast. He was running 4 so off the bat. I'm like, oh, shit. So I have to
Yeah.
look. You know? So and he just sits there and he finishes it up. You know?
Yeah. But I do think like what James Dudley says, like with the qualifying and having those fast races at the race, it gives you like a reason to go faster and to push your car and to like kind of work harder. Honestly, when you see when I see Bryan Henry or Supa or Frank Greer or Junior at a track, it's like, okay, they're going fast. They're putting these numbers down. I can too. Let's work on this tune. Let's get the car down the track. And
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like the first thing I do when I get to the track is I go to the starting line and see who's running.
yeah.
Right.
And
then
if it's anybody that can run a 150, I'm like, I'm glued on them. What's their car doing? What I'm on it.
Yeah. See,
'Cause
like
you're right. If they can run it, I can run it.
100%. And then I kind of take notice of like what tires are they running? Like, are they running accelerates? Are they running Voodoo? Or are they running V2s? You know, I feel like launches are super important because you kind of make like your first 6 feet is basically your whole race, really and truly. Like the launch.
I've seen a lot of broken Voodoos this weekend.
Did you? I mean,
I succumbed to quite a few races this year for a broken Voodoo. I made the switch and I heat up with a propane torch now, a plumber's torch. That's what we had to use to get that hot there this time in Texas. And what I was doing with my tires, a Voodoo wouldn't have lasted 2 runs.
wow.
That cold prep was bust. I believe Tony Arlano busted 2 tires at the same time. That's how much you had to heat up to get to work in this cold prep.
So what tires, what foams were you running on that?
I run the red accelerate. I run the little bit harder ones, especially on a prep track. You don't on a prep track under the right circumstances. You want a harder tire.
100%.
So, a set of red Voodoos on soft foams would have been killer this weekend. Double stuffs probably, but nothing hard would have been killer. Or some Gary Karamakian gold Voodoos would have worked great. But the heat process, if you didn't have 4 to 6 sets to rotate out, and you kept heating the same ones up, you were going to end up in tire failure if you get to the late rounds with the same set of tires.
So how many sets did you? I'm not going to say how many sets did you go through, but more so how many times did you?
I started off. I made my first on a set of the set that I had last time there, and then for the qualifying, I scuffed a brand new set of red accelerates, and that's what I finished the race on.
Did y'all do that, Shaw? Did you switch tires?
I switched. I went from. I started off with golds and I went to reds, Voodoos.
Mm-hmm.
But only reason why I switched out I had a tire ride on me on my golds, but I was on the same tires almost the whole race.
But what were you heating to?
200.
200 racing anyway from 180 to 220.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we was
Yeah,
at
well, see,
175 earlier.
we
One
were
from
doing
one.
two. Me
Go
and
ahead.
Jesse were doing 220 in the pit,
And then
and then letting it flash off and dry to the tire, and then we'd reheat to 220 at the table to line up the race.
Mm. Well,
so Supa, do you switch out tires like that when they're cold and you have to reheat and stuff like that?
But even third of them, I've been on my tires. So I usually do 3 passes of one set. I grab another set. Do 3 passes, grab
Yeah,
another set. 3 passes, grab another set. I just rotate.
that's the best way to save your
That's
voodoos.
how you know. That's also how
Yeah.
you know that Supa has money.
Hey,
You can't hide the money.
I'm listening too, Cici. I'm not knocking Voodoos at all. I ran them tires and I won a ton of races on Voodoos. They're great tires. I just, for me personally, I had a couple good races going and tire failed. You know, at the time you don't want to. So,
Right.
but I'm not knocking the tire. It's a great
No,
tire. Matter of fact,
I
I
don't
run
think.
it. I run it on my little gangster car.
Yeah, I think everyone has their each and own to everything. That's why we all use different tires or different motors or ESCs. It's just what works for your program.
Yep.
yeah.
Why you use Unicorn Piss and Orange Crush because it works.
Yeah,
for
I'm
your
not
program.
sponsored by Accelerate or Voodoo, so I don't have no horse in none of that race.
No,
Yeah,
but I like it.
me.
Yeah. So another question I have for you guys is track surface. I know you said that the surface was good. They kept the line maintenance and stuff like that. But surface all like throughout, was it about the same?
As the last race?
Yeah.
No, the temperature. It just the
That
track that does not the prep track don't work in that cold.
because I know. Okay, so I know when we were just at RCR for the reshuffle, it was a little rainy. It was a little cold, but it was a lot of humidity, and that was what kind of played part.
Well, even with it rained, the track temperature still got back up over 65 really quickly. I don't think we ever seen over 55.
One thing
before the
about
sun was out.
RCGLF, that track is the most trickiest surface, whether it's hot, whether they race at night, whether they race in the day, in the rain. It's a very, very, that track changes a lot.
Yeah, I've never looked through my notes from my 66-foot indoor races here in the 937, but I was rifling through notebooks like a madman looking for something.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I was looking for something. I was just looking for something, trying to find something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I would say, like everyone that raced at Crybaby this weekend, your biggest challenge was the weather and how
getting your car down the track under power without hitting the wall or the ramp.
Right.
It came down to who fouled last, or who hit the wall last, or who hit the ramp last.
It became like a lottery basically.
It was a crapshoot for sure.
50-50.
Yeah, I had some. I think the championship round when I crossed over, but for the most part, since the first race, that was when I hit the wall. But after that, I it was straight down. Not the time that we wanted, but it was straight down every time.
Yeah,
Like
you actually put me in the loser bracket in the A side.
So I just had that one cross. So the car, I had experience with that track though. It's like my third time at that track this year.
Yeah.
So
I'll definitely go back. JFab, that was cool. He did that. Big shout out to him.
Yeah, huge shout out to him and Merck for running the whole show.
Yeah, definitely big shout out to Mike Mercadell. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that guy.
I definitely want to say shout out to JFab because that is a hard race to pull off, especially at the end of the year and at a different track, somebody else's track. It's very hard to pull off such a successful race. So shout out to JFab, shout out to Mark, the whole team who threw that race. It looked like y'all were having fun. It looked like there was some good dry tire. It looked like somebody took the hit out on Tommy Burgess. I'm proud of y'all because he talked a lot of crap. I wish I could have been there. Listen, I was gonna race dry tire, just so I could try to beat Tommy, and if it's on the try, because I don't run dry tire, but I was like, if it's on the try, I was gonna try to beat him because we have a bet that like if I beat him in dry tire, if I beat him in dry tire, then he has to come and race with me in foam tire. Since he hates on it so much. But, what are some components you have in your car, like electronics, Bryan?
I have the I run the Exalt front mini
Gyro.
servo. Perfect pass gyro. No, I have the Exalt servo, the mini Futaba 10PX, R1 Max Cool from Rockwell, R1 Black Can X Series motor, and a special transmission.
A special transmission? What's so special about it?
That's a special transmission.
Is it brand new? Is it unreleased?
Oh no! It's just no! It's an R1 transmission.
Oh, did you do something special to it?
No. Rockwell does it. You know, you call him, put a little skin in that game, you can get yourself one.
Oh.
Anybody can get one. You just gotta pony up.
Right. Sorry, I haven't checked the Rockwell site in a while. I might have missed the transmission. Sorry. Jesse, do you have the same thing as Bryan in your car?
I have
Yes,
almost.
2 of those special transmissions.
I got 3 of those special transmissions.
Yeah, he's got all the money.
Jeez.
I threw my whole debit card at it.
He's like this.
It's on file at the Rockwell house, I'm sure. But I have the same exact car as Bryan. Minus I still have the R1 servo. I do have the Exalt servo in my other cars. But I had a brand new car I ordered right before the RCDRL Supa race. So when Bryan called me, that's the car I loaded up, and it's identical to Bryan's. I do have all the updated Rockwell parts. Everything that Bryan's got, I have double.
Okay, so you have like a little mini Bryan car. Yay!
I got a baby Bryan car that was faster for whatever reason. Yes.
And that's kind of what happens. That's what happens. If you have 2 identical cars and they're like identical, one's probably gonna do better than the other. I have the same thing, and that happens to me all the time.
What up, Frank?
What's up?
Morning, fellas. Hi, Cici.
Hi, congratulations.
Thanks.
Thanks. I'm so
Yeah.
proud.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so weak. So we've been talking, Frank. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
We've been kind of
Thanks
talking
for
about
having me.
the challenges of Crybaby with the track temp and stuff like that. And I know you're like a master of traction, and you know how to get out and have a good launch. What was your kind of thoughts?
Yeah, Friday I was struggling all day. I couldn't get off the line. I had to regroup at the hotel, and Saturday I think I got it down to a 42, so I was good with that.
Yeah, that was really good.
Went
I
from
I
there.
asked him for his Wi-Fi, CC. He wouldn't give it to me.
Jeez.
I leave it at home.
That's right.
I know that last time you were at RCDRL, I know you were using your new prep that you kind of just came out with, the sticky, like your new little concoction, right? Sticky Ricky.
Yep.
Were you using it this weekend or last weekend?
I was. So I started with it on Friday, and then I went to something else. JFab came and gave me something to try out, and then at the end of the day, I was using some of JFab stuff and my stuff.
Yeah. How many coats were you using?
4.
4? Okay.
Yeah, 4.
So he's like in the middle. Like, we've now learned Bryan was using 7, Shaw was using 3. 4 is like probably what I would have used. I don't know.
Yeah. For me, the biggest thing was fighting like the temperature ranges. I gotta work on that. I was using a different torque. I was using all kinds of different things. So stuff I'm not used to using when I test.
Yeah. That's the first time I used the plumber's torch, and I feel like I
Yeah,
burnt
that
some
thing.
clips.
I think I was getting mine. I think too hot. I could hear my
Yeah,
tires spinning off the
Yeah,
line.
yeah,
fast.
yeah.
Were you how hot were you getting your tires if you like tipped it? Do you know?
Anywhere from like 140 to 170, 180.
I can
You
say
see the temperature drop quick.
yeah.
Quick, really quick.
So Brian said he was heating to like 220, and everybody else said about 200. How and basically y'all are setting your cars down at like basically 160, 170 when it gets to the line and you're ready to go.
Yeah, normally I'm less than that. What I normally run.
Interesting.
I didn't get a test Friday, so I just
Yeah,
had to pick a program for Saturday morning and stick with it. I didn't have time to change it up and go back to the motel and regroup.
that's how studs do it.
Eat dinner.
No,
That's how
Yeah,
studs do it.
I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you see this rotor?
No.
Is that the rotor
it's
in your motor?
deformed.
Look at all the flat spots.
Yeah, it's all deformed.
It's all. This is what I just picked this up this morning. That was in my car.
That was the problem with the motor, probably.
Yeah, I was wondering. I had my numbers were like way higher than what I normally
there's a
ran at
push it,
Hillbilly.
right? Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, man, something's got to be wrong.
You lost magnetism from the thing
Yeah,
being worked. So that's why you have to push the numbers up higher.
yeah, my numbers were way higher.
Yeah.
Do you want me to send you a Rockwell motor?
Please
I
put
can
it
do
on
that.
put it on my tab.
It'll be in the mail tomorrow. It'll be in the mail tomorrow.
No, Jesse just said that he has his card on file at the Rockwell house. Like he's good. You're good.
Jesse's you better watch out for him in 2026.
No, for real. No, for real.
You know, so going into that race, that is exactly what we race with at home every weekend. So we race from 55 to 70 degrees. So
Yeah,
the
you're
ground
used to that.
temp being at 40 to 45 degrees is what we race with. And Supa knows this because Supa's raced up here in the summer. So it was prime for us with what we needed to do.
Yeah, I'm used to a lot of cold ground racing because we race locally here in the 937 throughout the winter.
Mm-hmm.
So I it's nothing to me to be racing here when it's 15 degrees out. We'll set up tent walls and heaters and get 66-foot parking garage racing going.
Yeah, that's why I need to have fun because my hands are like this.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you just stay. You put your tent close to the starting line.
No, I had my foot behind my tent and my foot was on, so I was in and out.
Like, I'm from Arizona. I'm not.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know about them tents.
Yeah.
So that's why I was lost.
I'm not trying to find out about them tips. I'm good.
I'll figure it out. So I'll be back out there.
You would think that you wouldn't be able to run some numbers, but I'm in my parking garage. I was running the same numbers, 66 foot, as I was at Motorama.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it works in the cold. You just have to get a little heat in your motor, a little heat in your ESC, and a little heat in your battery.
Yeah, my battery was
for the R1 ESC. You don't want to start under 75, around 75 degrees. If it's cold out, you want to get about 75 degrees in that dude.
So do you feel like this weekend we were like way higher in our ESC and remote?
No. I mean, when the sun was out, it was when the sun started to come out, my car loved that track change. I'm
But
like,
Brian,
I had to race Sean Miller, and my car made the
Brian's first dot was like 34.
Yeah, I didn't have any power in it, and if I would have came down on my mid speed and high speed some more, I would have made the trip in the final round. Like literally, I was watching Shaw run out of my life until he hit the ramp because I was driving straight to the wall, and I just had to let out of it. Like I'm not going to lose the race by hitting the wall trying to stay in it. And luckily, I kept it off the wall, and I don't know what happened to his car. I don't know how it hit the ramp. I just know it hit the ramp. And that's not usually the way I want to win a race. But with everybody was struggling this weekend or that weekend to get their car consistently down the track, pass after pass. So I had a lot of luck on my side. I was the one that was lucky enough to foul second, and I'll take it and move on to the next.
Now I have a question. I think I noticed this, but you can tell me if I'm wrong. Did you use a backup car, Frank? At any point did you switch your car?
I had my brand new Supa car.
Yeah. So I know you were using your supercar, and I saw that you and Tony were like testing with it this weekend. I was excited. How do you feel like you did this weekend?
Yeah, the car's good. It's a great platform. Supa builds good cars.
Yeah, I thought you guys did amazing on a new platform for sure.
Yeah, and we literally I had maybe 5 little test hits here in my garage, which just to get a feel for it,
Which was awesome. I love watching those.
Me too.
Yeah, that's my testing right there. What we're gonna be testing some full passes pretty soon. We found a spot that we can get down on.
Nice.
Honestly, to place where you did this weekend on a brand new car when you just got it built and ready, you did
absolutely.
Phenomenal.
That speaks volumes about Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me a little time with it.
Yeah.
And I also think that speaks volume about Supa's car.
Yeah, Supa car's good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I definitely feel like if you have a new build of anything, it takes you a little while just to, if you're completely switching, I'm talking about switching entire cars. It takes a little minute just to get the feel for it.
Yeah. And there was no slouches at RCDRL. Everybody was on kill out there, regardless of the time. But it was on kill.
It was definitely a racer's race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reshuffle was awesome. The track condition was awesome. Everybody was rolling fast, tight racing, but this was the hardest grind I've ever had in a race, even including my local races. This was something that just made your head like, what the hell's going on? I'm just.
This is coming from the first place winner, guys. I'm just saying. This is just.
No, this coming from the guy that got lucky as hell. I was the lucky guy that didn't foul first. Like I made probably out of the whole race, I probably made 50% of them was good, solid, straight passes under power between the 150 and 155 range. Most of the other times, the guy smacked the wall before I did. Anthony crossed and hit me before I crossed and hit him because I was on my way to cross to hit him. He just crossed and hit me first.
And this was probably one of the easiest races for me when it comes to tuning because I already knew what I needed to do. My slowest pass at that whole race was a 146. I had multiple 41s and 42 passes at that race.
Wow.
Oh.
But I definitely feel like he definitely had that advantage of being used to racing in that cold. So he already came with an advantage on y'all and was like, oh, yeah, y'all are used to racing in the heat and being all hot. Nah, I got this.
Yeah. That's one reason I called him. At the reshuffle race, I finished third at reshuffle with the fastest guys in the country. And I couldn't be more proud of the car and the team. I just made a bad decision to line up my car. So when I got home, I was really going to be done till Motorama. And then it just started eating at me. And I asked Jesse if he'd go back to Texas, and he said no. And I called him 2 days later, and I asked him to do me a favor, and he said he'll do anything he can for me. I said, pack your bags. We're going to the Crybaby Nationals to finish our business. And it worked out.
Great plan. Great job. That teamwork. We love that.
Yeah. Plus, before I forget, I want to give Joe Olds and Sean Miller a shout out for the hospitality at the pits and everything they did to advance, what they did. Sean and Joe are awesome dudes, and they just made sure we had everything we needed to get the job done. That's what a team's all about. What we demonstrated this weekend was teamwork from A to Z.
Easy traction. Shout
There
out.
you go.
See this
That's
guy.
it.
That was my shout out to Frank right there.
Little
You got to
plug,
give it
little
in.
plug.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why I
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to
Yeah,
thank
Frank's
Frank.
my dude. It's always an honor to line up and race with Frank, and
Yep.
I've always looked up to him from the time this stuff started, and just to be out there on the track with him is just, a win in its own right for me.
I love that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, Frank. I want to thank you for everything, the stage and everything. What is his name? Ronnie. Is his name Ronnie? The one in the wheelchair?
Yep, Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie, Tony, JB, just everybody. They all ran around. We all had a good time. 'Cause I told
Hell yeah.
Frank, I said, I don't even think I'm gonna race. Remember I told you that, Frank?
I was like,
Yeah,
hell no,
so
go get your stuff.
yeah. So
No, not
yeah,
in them words, but
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But
I love
big
that.
shout
yeah,
out to them guys. It's super
yeah,
for
for sure.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys did
good.
work.
Yeah, like I
Wow.
said,
So, Sean, what's in your car? What car are you running and what's in it?
I got well, supercar. I got the 75 to DRK. I'm at the Ghost. I'm in Ghost with the super battery and for top of the 10.
Okay.
Mm.
So my predictions were right. Before the show started, I said that like 80% of drivers now are running Supa Speed. Back in the day. So shout out to Supa. Round of applause for taking over.
oh, Super's awesome. Super's one of the
Like,
best. Super's one of the best guys I know.
listen. He first of all he makes a great car, and then he gave you the opportunity to customize it to your own love.
Yeah.
That makes honestly, that's the coolest part. I'm also a girl, guys.
I will give a shout out to Shaw though, because he's the one and only supercar that beat me this year.
Yes, like,
I almost made it to the end of the year without getting beat by a supercar, but
hey, where's your sitter, Brian?
huh?
Where's your sitter?
We didn't race for a sticker because we never. We don't talk. We should have talked about it before the race, but we can get one on it the next time because I'm sure I'll see him again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So with tuning this weekend, do you feel like it was kind of harder to tune and kind of like more challenging to know what to do? Except for Frank. Frank's like,
The hardest thing to do is to take power out of your car.
Mhm.
That's the hardest. The hardest when you're watching Jason Beam and Jesse Kinder run 138s, and you're running 147, and your recommendation from your team help is to take power out of your car. It's like, I don't know about that.
right.
It's to me. That's the hardest thing to do is to take power out of your car.
So I'm assuming you took power out of your car this weekend.
Not as much as Rock would have wanted me to.
Oh, okay. Well,
No, I didn't. I was a little bit rogue this weekend, but it worked out.
yep. See, you didn't even need to call to him.
It's not the point. That's not the deal with it, Tom. We operate as a fully functional team, and it is what it is. Tom. We start off with a base package, and then Tom's not at the track, but with logs and feedback from the drivers, we figured out and make it happen. It's just all I can say is all I'll say about Rockwell is I wagon to the right trailer.
I like it.
I think a lot of guys quit because they hitched their wagon to the wrong trailer.
Mm,
And it's all about the team support and showing up to these races and having all the right people there too.
Right.
So like
You do.
I know the Supa Tents fire and money. Like there's a lot of great guys over there. Like I spend a lot of time hanging out with those guys too. Like they do a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah,
and that's why like I got stuck racing home Supa drivers the whole weekend. And it was tough. Like I didn't want to have to turn my car down, but I knew I had to turn my car down to get it to go down, even though I had the fastest car there. I kept pulling power out and kept pulling power out, and I pulled too much power out when I ran Frank. I flat out got outrun because I thought the track wasn't going to take what I had in there.
So I have a question. If I ever race Frank, there's no way I'm pulling power out my car because this man has a reaction time.
But no one was running. They were all running 5.0s.
That reaction time, though.
You want me to tell you?
I got him on a reaction time. I promise you.
You got him on reaction time?
I'll tell you how I raced Frank.
I had the fastest reaction time of the race, multiple times.
Wait. So I don't know. When you raced Frank, you had a better reaction time than Frank?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I was hoping that he was gonna wreck.
Sleeping. I was just normal. I was just normal on the tree.
Yeah, that's your normal though. Yeah.
It was cold. The cold killed me.
Yeah.
70 and below, I'm done.
You should see if I was there. I would have get you some hot pockets, some hot hands.
Yeah, I would have helped.
Yeah. But what did you turn down in your car, Jesse? Like every time you kept turning something down, were you turning down an ESC? Were you turning down a remote?
I turned down the ESC about 5% every single pass after I got to the 4th round.
Okay. Were you messing with your turbo or boost or anything like that?
Nope.
Just leaving that exact same?
I left all of it.
And just turning down the power. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. What was the win margin between you? Do y'all know?
I don't remember.
Was it kind of...
It wasn't much.
Was it
No,
close?
it was close. Yeah, it was close.
I
think it was like 0.0219.
Because when I watched, it like kind of skipped, and I didn't get to see it until...
It was a good drag race. It was a really good drag race.
I like that.
And I had no business to be there with those fast guys. I just had the advantage because it was cold.
And so is that going to be your excuse? Like you're going to be like, every time it's cold, I'm going to go to a race now.
Absolutely. Sign me up.
Okay. Okay, well, SoFlo was probably going to be cold. It's in January.
Yep. And I've been running Frank stuff since day one, and it just works for me and my program, especially when it's cold.
I like that.
I got a bottle of it off of him. One of these races, he brought me a bottle of it. I've been using it ever since.
Dude, I need more bottles. I would say every time I go to a race, someone takes mine. Someone takes mine. I'm like, hey, can I borrow this? And then I get it like half empty. I'm like,
I share mine with Brandon Golay.
I kind of share mine with like anyone who asks because I'm
I'll
nice.
share
And
anything.
I have Frank's number. He has my address. That's all we need. That's all we need.
I got you.
Yeah. I need to get some of that sticky Ricky. I'm excited to try it. It looks like every person that I've seen tried it, they're kind of really liking it. So I'm excited to try it.
It works pretty good. Except in the cold, I guess. I gotta figure it out in the cold.
Now I've seen you use it a lot at prep tracks. Is that majority what it might be used for?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
It worked good there. Hillbilly.
I like it. It did work really good at Hillbilly.
My stuff I had Jesse using, it worked really good at the Hillbilly.
So would you say, because like Hillbilly wasn't like cold, it was kind of just like humid and very, very damp in the air because it just kept raining.
But one thing about the Hillbilly, every time they would rain and they would clean the track, they would spray it with the
fire.
They would spray it with the car. They would use the big car sprayer, and then they would use the big car jet torch.
Yeah.
So that prep was activated. Like it rained for 9 hours, then they cleared the track, and you could set your car down and run a 130 flat.
Yeah. Yeah, that track's fire. Plus, it's got the rubber underneath it.
Yeah.
You don't spin there. You just skip pop if you do anything stupid, really. But if your car hooks up, you're staying hooked up.
So I feel like this year we've had more races at prep tracks than we have before. I kind of see a trend going where we're going to continue this. Like Desert Classic, of course, is going to be the same with a prep track. We're going to have Crybaby, of course, again on a prep track. Hillbilly again on a prep track. I like prep tracks because it kind of lets you be in the tuner's game, right? You're not worrying about like a weird surface or a hole in the floor or anything like that. I think prep tracks really runs out true tuners. Do you agree, Bryan, or do you disagree?
I mean, first and foremost, I just like to race. I'm going wherever it's prep or not prep, but I do like the prep track because, especially the hillbilly, because you got a wide lane, you can crank it up to the moon,
Mm-hmm.
and you just got to be really on your game and on your tune.
Yeah,
to take it to the end and something like that.
but that's why I think a lot of racers like prep track because you can run those times like junior endurance.
For the newer person, yeah, because their car's going to stay hooked up. They're not going to get 10 feet and spin, and then be like, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah, and I do feel like I know how like a lot of people have been saying like it's a lottery, and I feel like this weekend was kind of a lottery based on just like the weather more per se. But had it just been a good temperature, it would have been money. I feel like
absolutely. Look at the reshuffle race.
Absolutely,
like, it was just a month and a couple days before that, and it was you couldn't ask for a better surface. You couldn't ask for a better format, layout, a race. Supa and them put on a hell of a race. JB and the crew did a hell of a job down there. Piggy and all them. It's just the temperature.
I believe prep tracks really give racers what they want, which is like the full ability to kind of use as much power as you can on your car. And I think that's what makes it fun for racers because we all want to go fast, of course, but we want to go fast kind of carefully almost, you know, where we feel like this track can hold the power we throw at this car. And that's what I kind of like about the prep tracks.
Yeah, you can for sure throw the power at it. Absolutely.
And I feel like when we first started like having that prep track, which was like Hillbillies 2 years ago when Ryan Clay won, right? Everybody was kind of like iffy on it. Now I feel like over time, all I hear is prep track, and I'm kind of here for it.
I don't want to race every race at prep track.
No, because I feel like you definitely need difference. If every track was prep track, you would kind of stay at just those tracks for those races.
Yeah.
You need the difference.
Hey, if we all raced on prep tracks, and Rock would be out of a job, huh?
Not necessarily.
It was a joke.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Well, Supa, I have a question. Well, it's not really my question, but a lot of people have questions about your car. Are we getting any upgrades? Are we doing anything new for 2026?
Yeah, so I've been updating the car year by year. I just got the new hub version for the rears, a new mirror base. I have some other parts in the works, and I'm just continuously updating some stuff. I'm not going to make a whole new car, but I do have some new ideas that I'm working with Marcus solamente, and we're going to try something different.
I like that. So new parts, new things. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, with how everything is evolving, I'm not sure innovation. I mean, even with the two brothers, Dalton and Ethan, with their slider car, the vacuum car, just different things, but still saying the scope of what we do as, of cars.
Yes.
So, and once I test it and see that it works, and I'll start introducing it out to the public.
I love that. So that's your answer, guys. Y'all can stop asking me. I don't know why they asked me. Like, is Supa Speed coming out?
Yeah, I'm open.
I'm like, Supa also has a Facebook, guys.
Yeah, my DM is always on. I sleep maybe 2-3 hours a day. That's it. No, I'm on Facebook.
Super don't sleep.
Yeah, I don't sleep.
He's too
I
big.
paint
Um,
at work. I paint at home. I build cars at home. Yeah, so I'm
I
always
I sorry, I gotta run, but
yeah.
I appreciate you having me on, TC.
Of course.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Supa.
Hey, thank you.
Congratulations, Brian.
Congratulations
Thanks,
to you.
Frank. It's always an honor to
Congratulations,
race with
Mike.
you, bud.
Yes, sir. I'll catch up with you guys sooner than later. I'll be in San Diego this weekend trying to buzz Junior.
Oh yeah.
So
Go get
so
him,
we'll see
Frank.
what happens.
Yeah, go
Yes.
get him.
Go get
You
him.
guys have a
Yeah.
good night.
You
All right.
too.
Right.
All right.
Bye.
I'll hit you up, Supa. Peace.
Right.
All right.
Bye. Well, guys, I'm
Yeah.
excited.
So if anybody has questions about that, just hit me up. I'm an open book.
Yeah.
I like competition. Yeah.
She
If
said that 2 a.m. message from me.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm up at 2. I'm up at 3. I'm at fall asleep for 15, 20 minutes, but I'm back up. So
Well, I just want to say, what are y'all's plans for next year? Your next race that you're going to,
Arizona for me.
and for 2026. I don't think there's any more races. I don't even have any races.
No, I said next year the top of it is Arizona for me.
Arizona. Sorry. Desert
I
Fire.
want to look at the temperature for SoFlo. If it's okay, I'm going to go, but more than likely Motorama.
What?
And
When is
then
that?
the weekend before Tucson,
Oh, okay.
February 21st. So, I made Anthony Del Grasso an agreement. If I win Motorama again, I'm going to Tucson. If he wins Motorama, we're going to Tucson.
If you don't win, you're still gonna come.
It's
still
just
gonna
so close. It's just so 1 week apart. I hate to use up that much vacation time that quick.
yeah.
But I can make it happen. We'll see how it goes at Motorama.
Good luck. Good luck.
There's a lot of people coming. Supa's coming to Motorama, so you should come.
I see a lot, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever been. I don't know if that's.
Well, it's indoors, so you're not going to be cold.
Oh.
Well, Supa, what's your next race?
Motorama, and then it'll be Desert Classic, and then March the Super Race, March meet in LCDRO, then Hawaii in April, Super 6 May, June I'm not too sure. Hampshire's Midwest. Then I'm thinking of Hillbillies, and then the Super Race again back in LC0. And then me and Brian probably gonna hit a special race.
Yeah.
So Supa said he.
Yeah, we're going to go to a special race.
Yeah, we're gonna do a surprise special race somewhere.
Now I have a question. Would y'all? I know Supa, you already have a 7 scale, so it's a yes for you. Would y'all ever try foam racing? Not saying that. F rubber. I'm not saying that, guys. Just because I'm racing foam tires right now does not mean I'm done racing rubber tires. I just could not go to the last rubber tire race. That's it. But I am going to be going to maybe SoFlo if weather permits, but I will definitely be at Desert Classic and the March Meet or March Madness, depending on what dates. It's the same weekend, I think.
Yeah, I'll be at the March Madness in Georgia. That's one of my favorite places to race.
Me too. I think y'all's races are what, 2 weeks behind, like 2 weeks in between.
I think so.
Beginning and end. Yeah. So I will definitely be at those races. We're definitely going to be racing a lot next year. I'm very excited. Yeah, guys, I'm so excited to race. I feel like I haven't raced in forever, and I actually raced like 3 weekends ago.
Yeah, I'm ready to race this weekend.
Where are you racing? Local?
No, if they will, I will. But there's an hour and a half away. There's a mall that they race indoor 66 foot. It's kind of cool.
That's cool. I would like to do that. I've never run a 66-foot race. I would like
They
to.
got a decent.
Motorama.
They got a decent. Yeah, you need to come to Motorama.
Look at Supa. He's so good. He's so
Motorama. I'm doing. Brian's
Yeah.
doing.
Tell your dad. Come on, Carlo. We're
He's
going to
watching.
Motorama. We're going to Motorama, Carlo. Get your gear
Bro,
back.
we're doing.
Yeah, you know, it's never up to me really because I just sleep. He drives.
Have you ever heard of Motorama?
I have.
It's like it's way more than just RC racing.
I know it has like everything.
Everything.
Every
Big cars, dirt bikes, 4-wheelers.
Yeah, I've seen it and I've kind of watched like the live, and I feel like if I was inside that building with all that going on, I would have like anxiety. But But I'm excited. I'll try.
Take a couple shots, you'll be all right.
Yeah. Jack Daniels, settle me down. We'll be good. Don't drink and drive. Before we get out of here, because we have been on here for an hour, if you would like to thank your sponsors, Bryan.
Yeah, absolutely. Gary Campbell, Straight Line Spoilers, for sure. Gary's not only my sponsor, he's my friend. Taylor Holcomb at TH Designs always keeps my ride looking fresh and sharp on the track. Steve Larson, Red Monster Tire Prep. Even though I bounce back and forth with the unicorn disc, I still use Red Monster products. I use the Invigorator. I use the Black Magic. I use the Rock Candy on my front tires. And Steve's always 100% support and anything you need, help you out anytime, and just an overall good guy. And last, certainly not least, Tom Rockwell. Like, the name speaks for itself. Simply the best. Rockwell to the front. Fuck them all.
Shaw?
Yeah, Supa, A to Z, Frank, and Get Stuck so far.
Yay!
So, my sponsors.
Mine too.
That's about it.
Yeah. Supa, would you like to share your sponsors? You have like a mountain of them.
Nah. I have Shark Bodies, Paul.
Yeah, my bad on that. Shark Bodies too from Paul. I just got on for 2026.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'll see Paul will be something else in Hawaii again, so you have pictures of him sleeping. I have those and fine. Awesome ESC. We're still working out how to put more power out of it so we can keep up with Rockwell and the other guys, but with those. Straight Line Gary, my first sponsor ever. Straight Line. He always takes care of me, all my needs and everything. RC Species helped me with the kit at the beginning with bearings, some butters, all that stuff. Bad Racing. I mean, John, awesome. Always takes care of me with my rims and tires, or my rims actually. I have no tire sponsors. Pretty much that's about it. Fish Foot Hut from Usuba. I just made it earlier with him, so I have some more bells coming in. But yeah, I mean, those are my sponsors for this year. And Jeff, he always hooks me up with his get paid money.
Well, awesome. I would like to shout out, like you see all of my sponsors, but I want to give a huge shout out to RC Speed Secrets because a couple weekends ago, I was driving my car. It was going 120 miles an hour, and it ran straight into a metal steel black box, and it broke into like a million pieces. But my RC Speed Secret bags were right there blinging, right there. Nothing happened to them. Just so perfect. And I just like to say, out of everything that broke, it was so happy to find just, six turnbuckles that were just so perfectly amazing. The whole car's gone, but I smiled about the RC Speed Secret. I was like, at least I get to keep like the prettiest things on my car. Yes.
I would like to say one more thing. My big family is Team Reckless and Supa Speed. They support me, and we work as a family. we go out there and have fun. I mean, we just love to have fun in this. You know, all the drama behind whatnot. We tell us where we have to be, we show up and do our thing. Win or lose, we have fun. We eat shit at the end, done. Next one.
Yeah, on to the next.
Yep.
Now, before we get off of here, I do have like one little announcement for the people that are still watching. This next week or the week after, me and Bryan are going to be doing our Christmas giveaways. Me and the Barbershop Boy are going to do Christmas giveaways, raffles, just like we did. We have some sponsors. We have some stuff going out. Also, we are going to do something a little different this year. We are going to donate $100 to the winners. Like whoever wins in the raffle can donate $100 to whatever race they want to for next year. Okay. Because a lot of the races this year have not had as much support as they had in the last past years. And if you know, it is very, very, very hard to throw these races. It's also very expensive to throw these races because you have to get insurance, you have to get porta potties, you have to get all of these things for other people, and that's a lot to do on just even if they do have a team or don't have a team, it's a lot. So that is something that we're going to be doing weeks. If you're a sponsor, if you want to donate anything, if you have shirts, t-shirts, whatnot, to do giveaways and support and put back into the RC community, that would be awesome. And it will be live on Barbershop and live with Cici. That's my end announcement. Awesome, guys. Well, congratulations, guys. Very proud of y'all. And have a Merry Christmas.
And have a Merry Christmas. Hey, we see you at Motorama.
Appreciate y'all.
Daddy, we're going to Motorama because Supa is not going to be mad at me ever again.
You didn't come to Dallas. You didn't come to any of my Supa races.
Well, we booked our flight. We booked our flights to Vegas.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
They messed us up there.
We did that. We did that.
All right.
Thank you guys so much.
Peace out.
Hey, Bryan.
Bye.
Fuck you, Supa.
Body quite as smooth as us. See, I done worked and I done bled, cause I done hustled way too hard, and I get further every step. If sky's the limit, shoot for stars, huh? Some didn't think we get here. I told them just watch. I push the light to get that dough, but I don't break cause I've been broke. If ain't no pain, then ain't no growth. Keep it 100, I came in to run it and bet if I had to, I'd do it again. It ain't no race.